Hey, what's going on? It's dudes of CCR. My name is Dean. Thank you so much for joining me today. In the background, we have some gameplay playing on Overwatch using everybody's favorite soldier, Mr. 76 himself, Soldier 76. And back in the day, before Overwatch, before all these new age shooters, the common trend amongst shooters was to be a World War II style game. And then shortly after that, the trends changed. But at that time, everybody was making a World War II shooter. It was the popular thing. It was the most exciting thing at the time. And then following shortly after that, Call of Duty adopted the mindset of let's make a modern shooter. And everybody started to follow suit. And for a while there, that was kind of the trend. It was kind of, people were sticking with a little bit of the older style, but the most part, people were trying to move towards modern shooters. And then following that, another new trend was set, and that was by Titanfall. Titanfall decided to go into the future where Halo had already begun to go to, or had already been, I guess I should say. Halo had moved to the future, and Titanfall 2 brought it out into the forefront, and Call of Duty decided, hey, let's adapt, let's try and create a futuristic game with advanced warfare to compete with this. This is what the fans want, this is what the people want, and we have seen how that has worked so far for them. Advanced Warfare didn't do very well. Black Ops 3 was personally one of my favorite Call of Duties of all time, if not my favorite, but a lot of people did not like it, and Infinite Warfare has received such a giant negative impact that it's just so prevalent, I don't even need to speak about it. So we have seen these shooter trends over the years. Different games have created trends, and generally they've been set by Call of Duty. But now that Call of Duty has kind of fallen out of the forefront, my question for you is, what will be the next shooter trend? What is going to be the next popular style shooter? Will it be a third-person shooter? And will it be a first-person shooter? I should say, or will it be a first-person shooter? Will it be a Vietnam style? Will we go back to the past? Or is it something different? And I'm here to tell you that I think it is something different. And I'm noticing a trend amongst games. So like I said, we're playing Overwatch. You can see that in the background. And I've noticed that a lot of games have started to adopt a similar style to Overwatch in that they're going with this class-based hero-style shooter. Now, this is not anything new. Overwatch didn't invent this. Overwatch didn't even perfect this. I think that the very first one that I saw was Dirty Bomb, and even before that, I'm sure there's definitely been class-based hero-style shooters, these kind of MOBA-esque games, but I think Overwatch brought it to the forefront, and with Overwatch winning Game of the Year recently, with no campaign, no story. Of course, there's a lore to it, but there's no direct story linked to the game. It's all a multiplayer game. And with that winning Game of the Year, I think that some developers are starting to take notice. Of course, there was, Battleborn that came out around the same time as Overwatch, and that game didn't really do well. It didn't really fare well. So there is something to say about doing things right and making things work with the game. And of course, there's also a new game coming out. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it, called Paladins. And this game looks to me like a direct ripoff of Overwatch, where Overwatch was kind of, I wouldn't say a direct ripoff, but kind of a copy of Dirty Bomb and then put their own spin on it. It's kind of that hero style. And I think that the market is just generally going that way. I think it's following this class-based hero shooter. Now, if we're talking about Call of Duty, do I ever see that going that way? No, I've got to say that I do not see Call of Duty ever adopting some sort of like hero-based style shooting aspect. I don't think it will ever fit that type of game, so for them, they're going to have to go back to the past probably to create some sort of publicity for their game or some sort of market for their game. But as far as other shooters, I see this hero style thing being the new trend. Because of it winning Game of the Year, I think it just really brings it to the forefront. Now, from a consumer standpoint, why do we like this style shooter? Maybe you don't. I personally really enjoy Overwatch, and what about it is really good to me. And to me, the fact is that it's very accessible. Struggling to speak here. I'm running out of breath. But I think the game is very accessible and very easy to pick up because of the different types of heroes there are. There's attack, defense, support, and tanks, and each of these heroes lends to a different playstyle. Whereas in any other sort of style shooter, you're limited to the weapon you have, and that's kind of what you create your playstyle off of. Whether it's a submachine gun, a shotgun, a sniper rifle, assault rifle, you're limited to that particular weapon's capability. Whereas this particular game or this particular style is incredibly balanced, and it creates sort of just a divide, or not a divide, it lowers the divide, I should say, between the players and creates an even gap for each person who have different skill level. Now, of course, if you're better at a first-person shooter, you're just going to naturally be better at this game or this style of game. That's how games work. The better you are, the more skill you have with a controller or with a keyboard and mouse, you're just going to be better than the other player. That's how it works. But because of the support style, because of the tank style, it allows people who have less skill or less, time to learn the game to kind of be able to be useful for their team. So I think that's kind of where this hero style thing comes into play and how it's a very effective thing. And I think it's going to be the new trend going forward. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But I want your guys' opinions down below. Sorry, I've kind of rambled a little bit. I'm kind of running out of breath here. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like and come check out my channel. But more importantly, if you did enjoy this video, give this particular video a like and subscribe to this channel because it really helps us grow and I want to see CCR do really well. I'm very happy with being on board with this. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, and if not, feel free to give it a dislike. And other than that, I will see you guys in the comments below. Peace.